democracy than anything that we've seen in this country in the last 4 years, in the last 40 years.
Our First Amendment is under assault, not just by big tech, but by government agencies. Voices are being silenced.
I hope you are here, Bo. At least I am watching 3 computers right now.
Would mean we can freely expose the elections and, of course, child trafficking. I believe the American spirit would kick in if they had access to the real information.
We've had channels taken down from nearly every form of social media. We knew when you uttered the term fake news that you were up to something different. We're honored to contribute to this documentary on censorship.
I have only one thing to ask. I just only want to see some accountability from somebody. Just pull that pin and throw that grenade already, buddy. That's all every American wants to see, is just some accountability for the crimes against us all. Thank you, sir. And long live the Republic.
It's not working. I get that already. Everything is prepared. Here is already done. Yeah, I know. I'm here all by myself. It's not going live. I don't need to go live. Or what's next right here? Should be here already. You know what?
I fell asleep. Alright, I'm on my way.
Can you at least go to your Rumble right now and check it if it's live already?
Relax, motherfucker.
Oh, come on.
Freaking out. Stop freaking out.
You're the one who's supposed to be here.
Let's see. Go to my Rumble.
Let me call somebody else.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, Elisa.
Yes.
Hey, can you check if it's we're live? Microphone and I'm yelling out now. Oh my gosh.
Hold on, I'm trying to, I got it up. But it's not, I don't know why it's not, it's just like sitting there, like I just see the thumbnail. Is that what you see?
Yeah, let me play it now. Supposed to be playing now.
It did say starting for a while. I've been watching it since 8:30. I've been watching the screen.
Oh, okay, so this is just a poster.
I'm gonna go on my laptop in a minute.
I just been a kid by the side of the road, watching the world. Well, it's all just a show. Those we looked up to are not who they seem. They flash their symbols in a horrible scheme. We've been lied to about so many things. The television seeks poison as the mockingbird sings. We just want our freedom. We just want our freedom. We just want our freedom now, now. We just want our freedom now. Scripts of the movies show part of the plots. Under the surface lies plenty of rot. Many actors play a devious role. Made a deal with the devil under mind control. The leaders are blackmailed. They sold us out. Eyes and souls as black as coal to gain their clout. We just want our freedom. We just want our freedom. We just want our freedom now, now. We just want our freedom now. We just want our freedom. We just want our freedom. We just want our freedom now, now. We just want our freedom now. No longer slaves in this human race. Explore the stars and travel space. The history we learned isn't even real. It's been rewritten as part of the deal. We've lived in a psyop, our DNA dumbed down. The world's been run by the cabal of clowns. They want us divided and uninformed, our morality gone as part of the norm. We just want our freedom. We just want our freedom. We just want our freedom now, now. We just want our freedom now. We just want our freedom. We just want our freedom. We just want our freedom now, now. We just want our freedom now. So raise your minds and join the fight. Unveil the truth from darkness to light. Where we go one, where we go one, we go all, we go all. Where we go one, where we go one, we go all.
One wrong move and your entire channel could be demonetized, deleted, or you could even get sued.
I had a client who got 3 strikes and he lost his channel. He doesn't even really want his channel back. He just wants his videos back.
Kept getting blocked videos. I would spend a lot of time working on a reaction or working on like a breakdown video, and then I would put it out there and it would get blocked, and then I'm just kind of screwed. I just can't do anything with it.
My fellow Christian warriors, set yourselves apart from this corrupt generation. Be saints. That is the freedom that I wish for you. Freedom from sin. Freedom from our weaknesses. Freedom from the slavery that sin makes out of all of us. That is the freedom that is worth dying for. Kind of reminds me of the words that Mel Gibson first intoned in his Academy Award-winning film Braveheart, when he said to his ragtag army, and I say to you tonight, I see before me a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men, and free men you are. What will you do without freedom? Will you fight? No! Yep, fight, you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while. Dying in your beds many years from now, would you have been willing to trade all the years from this day to that for one chance? Just one chance to come back here and tell our enemies that you can take our lives, you can never take our freedom. Every man dies. Not every man truly lives. You. We must fight for that authentic freedom and live, my friend. By God we must live, and with the Holy Spirit as your shield and Christ as your sword, may you join Saint Michael and all the angels in defending God and sending Lucifer and his henchmen straight right back to hell where they storm is upon us.
We're not free because we have this new social media censorship. You concerned about that? Have you been demonetized or your stuff cut off?
I got RFK Jr. on the air for 4 hours. He'd been kicked off of all these platforms. He's had a million things demonetized and censored.
Censorship.
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 Censorship. Censorship.
Censorship. It's a much bigger threat to democracy than anything that we've seen in this country in the last 4 years, in the last 40 years.
Your freedom of speech is under attack like never before. Social media giants, they have unrivaled power to influence the narrative like never before.
Don't have free speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple. Just like dominoes, one by one, they'll go down.
When you're in a war, and I mean that we are in an ideological war, we really are, and we are at a potential tipping point in this country. You need different kinds of people. You need different battalions. And I get it that some people want to work within the platforms in order to change the platforms. But the issue is when the platform no longer allows you to speak truth.
Any of those, so any of the major social media sites, you got the President of the United States, you got the universities, educational program, or mainstream media in order, okay? Who has the most power? So number one, was billionaires, richest, like you got Bezos, you got Musk, you got guys like that. Then it's the virtual governments, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google. Then you got our educational system, universities. Then you got the president of the United States, and you have mainstream media. Who has the most power today, in your opinion?
I think right now the most power to control the narrative is, without doubt, these virtual governments.
I agree.
Dear Mr. President, there is a war raging, not one with bullets or bombs, but algorithms and silence. Censorship on social media has become the invisible tyrant of our time. It is not only stifling truth, it is suffocating the very soul of our republic. This documentary is titled Dear Mr. President because we needed to reach you urgently. By the grace of God, may this message pierce the digital iron curtain and land in the hands of the man who knows how to fight and how to win.
So I can follow my conscience, and then I'll die. But I can lie, and I can live. And people will do anything to survive. They'll survive at any price. The question is this: what is your price? Because if your price is not your life, then you are for sale.
Dear Mr. President didn't start as a documentary. It started as a letter to President Trump. A letter I planned to record as an audio, hoping that one or both versions would land on his desk. That's it. Then something happened. On a Monday live show with our co-host, the idea caught fire. Everyone had input. Everyone felt it. It wasn't just a letter anymore. It was a mission. And that mission quickly grew into a documentary. Now, let me be blunt. I've never done a documentary in my life. This was my first. Worst case scenario, I humiliate myself on a grand scale. I didn't care because failure was never part of the option. I don't even think in those terms. I'm not wired that way. I charge forward as if I already won. So I started to reach out to the biggest podcasters I know, and I know quite a few. I would love to tell you that they all stepped up. They didn't. Most of them sat on the sidelines. Maybe they didn't want to take a chance on Mel Carmine, the new guy in the documentary arena. Or maybe, just maybe, there was a little bit of jealousy involved. Charisma is a dangerous thing in insecure rooms. But I hold no grudges. I fight even for the ones that ghosted me. Big podcasters, small podcasters, it doesn't matter. I'm fighting for all of them because this isn't about Mel Carmine. This is about free speech. This is about the war on free speech. That's why the film is free. We're not charging a dime. We want it to grow legs so that no one can accuse us of a cash grab. I've heard it over and over again throughout this journey. We need an internet bill of rights. And every time I heard it, something inside of me screamed and said, why? Why do we need that? We already have one. It's called the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America, written in ink, not suggestions. Why would we rewrite our rights to placate tech tyrants who think they're above the law? Why would we kneel before Silicon Valley, especially now with Donald J. Trump in a position to use one pen stroke and it's over? A man who knows damn well how to lead. What we need isn't new parchment. We need real enforcement. We need an addendum to the First Amendment for digital platforms, a powerful executive order with 1,000% flexibility to go after any and all guilty parties, plain and simple. If a platform infringes on free speech, that's strike one. By strike two, they face obliterating fines. And if they still don't comply, let them be replaced. The Trumps know plenty of programmers. We can take over their platforms, level the field, remove the censorship chokehold, and restore full spectrum free speech. No more speed bumps, no more blacklists, no more algorithmic gags. Let the truth speak. Because when it does, mainstream media won't stand a chance. They'll be like a rat in a cage fight with King Kong. Now let's talk about what's lurking in the basement. We know there's potential collusion, yes. Possibly from a very small portion of the military-industrial complex. Puppet masters behind mannequins like Zuckerberg, Mohan, and Mosseri. If that turns out to be true, and we discover factions of our U.S. intelligence hands twisted these CEOs into silencing Americans, let me be clear, that is treason.